Hi, I'm Christina and welcome to ChriskaYoga. In today's video, we will be doing a 15-minute yoga workout for arms and core. If you're looking to build strength in your arm muscles and your core muscles, and also if you're looking to lose weight, this is a great sequence to do. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for more free yoga from me. So if you're ready, grab your mat and let's get started. We'll begin on our hands and knees. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders, your knees right underneath your hips. Spread all your fingers wide on the ground. Begin with a flat back. Take an inhale. We'll come through some cat and cows to stretch and warm up from the core. So arch your back looking up and forward for a cow pose. Exhale, untuck the toes. Curve the spine in the opposite direction. Look behind you for cat pose. Inhale, come back to your cow. Spread your collarbones wide apart. Reach the chest forward. Take an exhale, untuck the toes. Begin to curve the spine in the opposite direction, reaching the upper back all the way up towards the ceiling. Look behind you. Inhale, come back to your cow. Exhale, come to your cat. And begin to move on your own timing. With each inhale, find your cow pose. And with each exhale, find your cat pose. And continue to move on your own breathing. One breath with one movement. From here, come to a flat back, neutral spine, and we'll come straight into a plank pose. So, keeping your hands right underneath your shoulders, straighten your legs, one leg at a time, coming to the balls of both of your feet, and hold plank. Your body should be in one straight line, all the way from the top of your head, down your spine to your tailbone, down your legs, all the way to your heels. Hold here for one more deep breath in. And then on an exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. You can have a bend in your knees here, especially since this is our first downward dog. Send your hips up and back on the diagonal. Press into the ground with both of your hands. Arms are straight. Breathing here. And then on your inhale, come back into a plank. You might need to adjust so that your hands are underneath your shoulders, and hold here. Feel your body nice and strong in plank. Engage the core. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more time into plank. Take an inhale through your nose and lower your hips down into plank pose. Hold here. And on an exhale, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Last time, inhale. Lower to plank. Hold plank for one more deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here, breathe for a moment. And from here, I know I said one more time, but we're going to do it again, lowering into plank. And then we're going to take side plank. So from here, bring your left hand underneath your nose, turn onto the outer edge of your left foot, and you can start with your hand on your hips, stacking your feet one on top of the other. Now, if that's too much for you at this point, feel free to place your left knee down onto the floor and then hold firmly as you reach the right arm up towards the ceiling and look up. This is definitely not as much of a core workout, but you will still start to feel it after a while. But if you're able to, stack your feet on top of one another, Vashisthasana, side plank, and we'll hold here. And turn back into your plank for a moment, and on an exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. From here, we'll take our side plank on the right. So drop your hips down into plank, bring your right hand underneath your nose, and then turn onto the outer edge of your right foot. Stack your feet. If this is not an option for you today, you can place your right knee down onto the floor as I demonstrated on the other side. Wherever you are here in your side plank or variation, hold. And turn back down into your plank and send your hips up and back. On an exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. From here, just for a moment, drop your knees down onto the floor. Touch your big toes together. Set your hips onto your heels. Your knees should be separated apart. Relax your torso over your thighs. Bring your forehead to the floor and have your arms down by your sides in child's pose. Relax here for a moment. Roll yourself up to a seated position, and we'll make our way into a forearm plank. So, drop down onto your forearms, and you can have your palms flat on the floor or clasp your hands together right underneath your nose. Wherever you decide to do your forearm plank here, press firmly into the ground through your elbows and rebound up through your shoulders. Hold firmly here as we step one foot at a time back into a plank. Just as we did in our plank when we were on our hands, your body is in one straight line from the top of your head all the way down to your heels. Hold here. Feel your core, not just your abdomen, but all the way around to your back as well and under your pelvic floor. Take an inhale through your nose, and on your exhale, send your hips up and back, staying on your forearms, so you'll need to walk your feet into a dolphin pose. So this is, in case you're unfamiliar, this is downward facing dog except on your forearms. It's called dolphin pose. I'm just going to hold here. And then from here, walk your feet back into a forearm plank. Hold here as well. Inhale. Exhale, walk your feet in, your hips up and back, dolphin pose. Really feel those arms starting to work and your core as well. You might feel it more now in the arms than you do in the core, but you will feel it in the core later. Last time, walk your feet back to forearm plank. Hold here. And come back to your dolphin pose. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Drop your knees down onto the floor, sit onto your heels, Relax your arms, roll your shoulders out if you need to, roll your neck out if you're feeling a little tight in the neck area as well. And we'll come to sitting on the ground. Bring your legs out in front of you. I'm going to take a boat pose, Navasana, modified. If you would like to straighten your legs into the full expression of the pose, feel free to do so. I'm going to do the modified version with my legs bent. So sitting up tall. On the two sits bones at the bottom of your pelvis, not rounding the spine, try to avoid sitting on the tailbone. So we're going to sit up tall, keep as much length in your spine as possible, and then send your torso back on the diagonal. So you're still in a straight line, you're just tilted backwards a little bit. And then from here, lift your legs up one at a time, bringing your shins parallel, or you can straighten your legs completely. It's up to you. I'm doing this version today. Engage your core, feel those abdominals working, your back muscles as well. Reach your arms out towards your feet. We're just going to hold here. Start to feel that core working and your hip flexors as well. And from here, cross your shins, sit up tall. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. We'll take our Navasana one more time. Send your torso back on the diagonal. Lift your shins up parallel to the floor, toes pointed forward. Reach your arms out towards your feet, palms facing each other, and hold here. And cross your shins in the opposite way. Sit up tall. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. This time on your exhale, walk forward. Come to a forward fold. You can relax your forearms down, whatever you need to do, however far you can fold forward today. Just look down, close your eyes for a moment and relax. Slowly walk yourself up out of your forward fold. If you would like, if your workout of the day is finished, feel free to pause the video and take a Shavasana. And then when you're finished, come meet me here to finish out the class. So cross your shins, sit up tall, close your eyes, bring your hands to your legs. Take a deep breath in and out through your nose. And bring your hands to meet at the center of your chest. Bow your head to your fingertips. Namaste.